Good morning, children. So we are studying about structure of eye yesterday. Little part will continue and we'll continue the things later. Okay. So mainly there are 6 to 7 parts in the eyes. One is lens, ciliary muscles, cornea, iris, which contain pupil, and retina. So on the retina there are two important cells which has cones and rods. So cones are the cells sensitive to light. Okay. And rods are the one which are sensitive to dim light. Wherever there is dim light, it will work. So I'll give one as example. Suppose suddenly, if a torch is taken and put on your eyes, what happens? These cones will work. Cones will stop you to get affected by the sun, that light. Okay. So rods, suppose you enter a dark room. You can't see anything in the dark room. So after 2 or 3 minutes you are able to see, because these rods will start increasing in size and that will help to see the things clearly, little clear in the dark. So this is about rods and cones. Okay. Coming to taking care of the eye. So before that we'll see, eye is one of the most important organ, and is that eyelids are very important, because eyelids will rescue, will help us to see the things, and which is not suitable, it will not allow the things, because whenever any dust and so on comes, it will close and it will open. It's continuously blinking. Okay. So we should take care of the eyes. See, when a person starts getting gazed, see, actually, how to read? See, when you want to read, suppose your book and the distance of your eye should be 25 centimeter. If it is more than 25 centimeter, you can't see clearly and your eyes get strained. If it is near exactly 25 centimeter, you are able to see the things clearly, because of the distance of the eyes and the book or things, whatever you see. There may be, suppose you see, if you bring your book nearer to you and read, suddenly what happens? There will be headache, there will be little strain of your body parts. It leads to problem. So to avoid those things, you have to keep the distance of any object or any book or even your mobiles also at least 25 centimeter far from you. And you can see the enlarged image, you can read it, and you can use headphones so that it will be clear. Okay, so that's why you should see the book or any mobile or any Android with distance of 25 centimeter. Okay, so in the eye, see, suppose a person get aged. Sometimes what happens? A person get the eyesight's maybe problem in the eyesight. Sometimes he may be unable to see the things clearly, and sometimes there is formation of cloudy layer on his cornea. So that cloudy layer is nothing, it is called cataract. So this happens at the age of person who is 60 or 70 years. That layer is removed by the help of a nowadays new technique of operations are done. Okay. So we used to take care about our eyes our eyes should be cared very properly. Okay. So what are the tips we can do? So first of all, you should not get exposed to dark, heavy light. Okay. And you should read always in a particular proper light. Lighting should be proper. And you should not read in a dim light, or you should not read in a very strong heavy light, intensified light, so that your eyes are not getting affected. Okay. So suppose if anything falls in your eyes, what you should do, you should take care so that you should not rub it. You should try to just clean with water and it will be very normal. Okay. And suppose if it is a major things entered in your eyes, you can't remove them. What you should go to the doctor and try to find what are the difficulties from the doctor. Okay. So you should not get exposed to sunlight. You should not get exposed to the chemicals. Okay. In that way you can take care of your eyes. Okay. Then afterwards we'll come to know one more pattern of studies. Okay. Directly, you can't see the eye, sunlight directly. You should not, because the sunlight may affect. Okay. So these are the things how we will take the I take care of your eyes. So then we are normal, we are able to see the things clearly. But what about the people who are visually handicapped? We call visually challenged person. Means who are blind, or sometimes who are not able to see the things clearly. Their vision is not clear because of there may be many reasons. One is by birth only they are blind. One is when they get exposed to some chemicals or some light during their childhood, they may get affected. Okay. Sometimes they might have lost vision due to some diseases. Okay. So these are things. So what to do with them? See, for all those people, we call visually challenged people. Visually challenged people. Okay. So actually what happens, when they lose vision, they are very active, they are very sharp, they get very other, they will get developed in other activities. Sometimes some are good singers, some are good craft makers, okay. Some are very good poets. Even though they are blind, they are able to write poems, they are able to sing a song, okay. They are able to tell the story, great orators are there. So they develop other activities, or they are expert, they become expert in other kind of act there, okay. So what about these people? How they will read? What are the things government is helping, or what we can help for them? Okay. So for them there are some aids, teaching aids, they are learning aids, how they are able to learn, okay. So one is we call audio aids, or textual aids, which they are able to touch and see, okay. Audio aids, where nowadays we are able to see, mobiles are there, audio, they are able to listen and they are able to write, okay. Audio, and even television, computer, so many things are there. From there they are able to learn many things, okay. Textual, by touching, not by touching. Blind people are not able to see, but with the touch they are able to feel the things. So by feeling the things they are if I tell dust, they can't understand. But if I do the touch, they are able to tell quickly that is a duster. This is a pen. Okay. So there are some cassettes available in the form of audios, like alphabets, rhymes. They are able to read through that audio and visual also. And nowadays technology developed. Electronic gadgets are there. Electronic gadgets. So electronic gadgets include computer, okay, and even TV monitor, or even electronic watches are there, which we see, where they are made to feel that. By feeling that, they will come to know what are things there, okay. And nowadays special computers are made by using one language called Braille language. So Braille language was found by one person called Robert Braille, who was himself, he was a blind. So for the people who are blind, he made a language called Braille language. So for them, he made 63 patterns of Braille language, okay. So this Braille language include the words which are embossed, which are raised. See, for example, if you take a paper and write, you are able to understand. The same thing what they do, they take a tosspin and write the words in the pattern. Suppose so the pattern contains 2 rows. The 3 rows will be like this. 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay. If they write like this, so this indicates this alphabet as A. Okay. Suppose if there is only one dot like this. Okay. If only one dot like this is there, this indicates C. So different dots embossed there will indicate different patterns, and in this way they are able to read the alphabets by using the touch sense, tactual aid. This becomes a tactual aid. Okay. So this is about Braille. So Braille was naturally he was a blind person. So for the people of blind, he made many language called Braille language. The system is nowadays also it is used, but nowadays computers are specially designed for the sake of the visually challenged people, where even the computer is having a raised words. Suppose A is there. If I write A here, only you can see. But visually challenged people, they can't see. So on the computer, they will raise it. They will increase in size. It will be little upper in size, so that they are able to feel. This is A. Not our language, Braille language is there. So Braille language, 63 dots, they are able to understand by using that dots, and that is called Braille system or Braille language. Okay. So there are many aids. Nowadays, visually challenged people are nowadays great achievers also. Okay, there are, I think in television you might have seen, there are great visually challenged people who are singers, who are writers. Okay, I think one visually challenged lady has become IAS officer also. She is not in IAS, but she has attempted through her Braille system. She has qualified IAS. Now she is a gazetted IAS officer in some city in India. Okay, so we cannot underestimate any of the person or any of the individual, even though they are visually challenged or mentally challenged. They have developed different skills. Okay, in this way. So who are the achievers here? In our India, so there are many achievers. There is one girl called Deepika. Okay, so she is our Deepak is a girl boy who has achieved great. He has become a singer even in his young age. He is a singer. He is blind. Okay, and even you take Ramanand, one singer called. He is a singer who has got award in music. So he is also singer only. Okay. So in this way, he is a singer. So suppose Deepak is a boy who is a child prodigy. Child prodigy means who has achieved a grade when he was a small boy as a singer. Okay. So Deepak, and there is a singer called Ravindra Jain. So he is a music composer, he is a singer, musician, and a writer of the lyricist. So he has written many songs. He has sung many songs. And he lost his vision during his from birth only he is blind, but he has become a great singer. Why you are going there here and there? You go to Putraj Gavai, who belongs to Gadar. From birth only he was blind, but he was a great orator. He used to tell many stories. He was a great orator means he used to tell many stories of different saints of India. Even in Karnataka, different saints stories he has told. Even though he was a great singer, he was a great musician. He used to play many instruments like tabla, harmonium, veena, all he used to play. So he was very expert, even though he was visually challenged. Okay. So there is one more person called Lal Advani. Okay. So he is completely blind. So he was the person who was a member of UNESCO. UNESCO is United Nations. He became the member of. He attended the function at UNESCO for the Braille system using in India and international places. Okay. So he started his rehabilitation classes, education classes for the Braille people, for blind people in India. Okay. So there is one more important person called Helen Keller. Okay, you know very well. So this lady is really, her life was very challenging because she lost her vision completely. She became blind due to some disease, and at the age of 18 months, she lost her vision. Then what to do? If a person is blind, she or she should depend on others. No. She studied Braille language, she studied everything. She showed many books. One of the book is The Story of My Life. The Story of My Life. So she was a great writer, author, and she also started school for the blind, which is useful for the blind. So on her name, there are many awards given for the blind people. And Ravindra Jain is a singer, musician, composer who is blind, but still he has got awards in music, like got award, and he have been awarded like in national awards. He has got in the music. Okay. So this way, these are the child, these are achievers even though they are blind. Okay. So thank you. Have a nice day. We'll continue.